to have a mind where you can control your thought and your emotion is incredible. Without speaking about getting spiritual realization, just to be able to say stop to the thought when you want, to say stop to the emotion when you want, to have that capacity to be master of your own mind, to be able to say, oh, these thoughts stop, these emotions stop, now I have enough of you, and to be, whenever you want, you can stay still, So to have this capacity is an incredible, peace of mind, an incredible advantage. Suddenly you become master of your own mind. If you want to develop any qualities of mind, you need some mindfulness, some continuity in what meditation you do. For example, you meditate on love. If your mind of meditating on love gets constantly interrupted by other thoughts, there's no way that you will have the ability to develop a strong love. Same thing if you meditate about the nature of reality, how things really exist. If you have this inquiring mind which follows a stream of thought and wants to reach a conclusion and stay on it, you have to have had a concentrated mind which is able to follow the analysis without being distracted. And once you reach a conclusion, to look at it and see what it implies. You must be able to stay on the conclusion of your analysis and see what it implies, how it changes your whole worldview, based on that conclusion you have reached. So in order for that to function, again, you need to have a calm mind. If you have more, we have control over our mind. What happens is that instead of going constantly up and down like a yo-yo, being overly excited when something good happens and completely depressed when things go wrong, our usual mind, So with concentration, your mind becomes much more even. That evenness of mind actually is a type of joy, a type of peace, which is so pleasant, much more pleasant actually than even the excitement of pleasure. To have this still inside, is much more pleasant than having good news and good things happening out there. With time, we see that what we call pleasure, excitement, actually is a form of suffering. It's not real happiness, it's excitement, and it's like boiling water. There's no peace, no serenity in what we call pleasure. But this we see by practicing. So that's why I think effort put into concentration, into developing calm abiding, I think is very important. And we can do that in everyday life. It doesn't need necessarily to go into retreat to do that. You just know how to go about it, and you have to know how to integrate it into your everyday life. In order to develop calm abiding, there are certain conditions, which help. So all these conditions we can gather in our everyday life. We don't need necessarily to go to a complete isolated place. It just means having little desire, be content with one's life situation, and have a little bit of peaceful environment. So even though one might have a family life, still we can wake up an earlier before everybody else and do some calm abiding then, or at the evening when everybody's at bed, or when the children are at school, or something like that. One can find a place, a time in a day, if one wants it, for a peaceful meditation. So the first is to have, wishing to do the meditation, by seeing its advantage, then developing the determination, I'm going to do it, and for such amount of time I'm not going to lose the object, and then is to develop the mindfulness of holding the object without losing it. And once you're able to do that, then you use introspection to check the quality of your concentration. And then to make it more precise, if you're prone to dullness, then you hold the object more intensely. if you have too much excitement, you lose, you relax it to be the grip on your object, and like that, slowly you find the middle way, and you're able to hold on to it. So that's a little bit the process, how one goes about it. And by doing that, one goes through 9 stages. Just in brief, I will go a little bit over that.